Hey guys and welcome back. Today we will talk about what I think will happen in Peaky Blinders Season 6 of Episode 5, but first we need to discuss what happened in Episode 4. Ruby is dead, and Episode 4 of Peaky Blinders Season 6 opens with her funeral. Arthur is there too, but he's in serious withdrawal from his addiction. Tommy is overcome with grief too and tries to get his brother to speak a few words on his behalf. Unfortunately, he refuses. Instead, Tommy takes over, but as the carriage is bound to be burned, Lizzie is distraught and tries to stop him. Tommy promises to make those responsible pay. Bound by a thirst for vengeance that cannot be quenched without some serious bloodshed, the carriage is eventually burned as Thomas Shelby walks away. Tommy soon shows up with guns blazing, gunning down Evadne Bardwell and her motley band of travelers out in the woods. With gold dust in hand, he then meets Esme and hands it over, believing his sacrifice has been paid. Apparently though, she has a new prophecy to share, claiming that there's another child that Tommy wasn't aware of. The boy with hazel eyes, she begins, going on to mention a child born back during the war, when Tommy was sent off to France to fight. An essay has brought him to Tommy. The guy goes by the name of Duke and he's something of a lowlife thief, working at a fairground. His mother is dead, but Esme promises to hand the guy over to Tommy in exchange for more gold. Now, it's worth noting here that he too has an insatiable desire to make it to the top. After heading home, Lizzie shouts at Tommy with venomous wrath, knowing exactly where he's been, and who he's gunned down. Not wanting to hear it, Tommy heads down to the basement, where he finds Arthur slumped against the side, admitting that he's messed up. Tommy sits with his brother and brings up a fight they had over cigarettes in the past, the beginning of Arthur's unhinged behavior leading up to his point. Only, he let Tommy win and now he's realized as much. Arthur sacrificed himself to allow Tommy to prosper, but now, that light is starting to fade on the Shelby family. Tommy believes there are a few more yards they need to travel down before they can finally rest in peace. Despite staying sober for so long, Tommy decides to drink, but afterwards remains fixated on the mission at hand. That comes in the form of that scheduled dinner, with Oswald and Jack Nelson attending. Diana mentions an unnerving conversation she had with Himmler, stretching on through the night and into the early morning, talking about the New World. Eventually Tommy shows up and they all sit around the table, with a slick camera move that jerks from one character to the next, discussing their ideologies. Tommy struggles to hold it together. He's a man possessed and after the night's events, begins typing up everything he remembers being spoken at the meeting, believing that Churchill will find it more valuable to know exactly what was said word for word. Tommy is meeting Gina, blackmailing her into submission as the pair begin concocting a plan together. Tommy wants her to be with Mosley when he's in Berlin. She's going to work as his informant and feed back what Oswald is discussing with the senior German officials. If she refuses, then he'll reveal all. Tommy's unnerving attitude is enough for Gina to spill the beans, revealing what Michael is up to as well. Part of the drama that hasn't been discussed yet is Tommy's letter from the hospital. He's brushed it off as a Bill Burr. The reality is, Dr. Holford is desperate for him to come in and have a consultation. It's urgent, given the typed letter he's sent, and it could well be linked to Ruby's consumption. Tommy meets with the good doctor who confirms that he has tuberculoma. Tommy may have picked it up from Ruby, meaning the whole family are at risk right now. His seizures, hallucinations and erratic behavior is all linked to this and, unfortunately, he also doesn't have a hope of a cure. Thomas Shelby is going to die. So let's talk now about what are my predictions for Episode 5. I found some new photos on the internet that could help and tell what may happen. From this picture it appears that Duke will come face to face for the first time with his father. It's also estimated that Duke is around 18 or 19 years old in this season. Here's a photo of Zelda and Tommy Shelby's pre-war girlfriend. This picture may belong to Duke or Thomas. What I also think is that Duke doesn't even know he has a father that exists. In this photo it seems Arthur Shelby has some tense words to share with his younger brother Finn. Arthur might need Finn's help to defeat some of Tommy's enemies. Episode 5 is titled as The Road to Hell. That indicates that Tommy takes a course of action that will change everything. We can see his enemies' plans will start to fall into place. Tommy is on a mission to complete one final piece of business before bowing out of the game for good. If he secures an import license for his heroin, himself and his family will be set for life. But rumbling on in the background is his plot to destroy Mosley once and for all, and his feud with Michael. From the trailer there are some video clips that may also help with the predictions for Episode 5. From this clip it may have happened already, but if not he will ask God to help him to kill his enemies, or he will talk to someone or himself. From the Midland Hotel it might be where Jenna is with Michael when he is released from jail. From this clip we can see Michael has already been out of jail. Where he sits and drinks whiskey looking where Jenna looks. Tommy may be there talking to Michael. From this clip the setting may be in the beginning of Episode 5 where it's early morning in his old town. From this clip Tommy is pulling out his gun and pointing it towards Hayden Stagg. Tommy will kill him, or he is just trying to get his attention to talk to him. Captain Swing or Laura McKee is hiding from someone while she is holding her gun. In this clip we can see Finn and Arthur is at the back where we can see Charlie, Isaiah, Hayden, Duke or Johnny is firing at someone or something. In this clip we see Tommy and someone who is fighting in water where it might be Tommy having a nightmare. In this clip we see Tommy is waking up from his nightmare, or he is dying. In this clip Tommy or someone is wearing a gas mask shooting. We can also see that the gun the guy with the gas mask uses is the same gun Tommy used when he went out and shot his rifle when he was angry about his kid dying. In this clip Tommy is walking with a bag. This might already happened, but this may be the end of the final episode of the season where he killed all his enemies. Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked what I think will happen in Episode 5.